Well, I thought I'd give another sort of informal garden tour with no fancy music or anything. Just walk around the garden with me a little bit and take a look at some things. My larkspur are doing really beautiful this year. I have a lot of them growing among my tomatoes, basil, and potatoes that are growing alongside the tomatoes. It looks really great. You can see some garlic right in front of me, those funny looking things. Those are garlic bulblets at the top of the garlic plant. I'll be harvesting the garlic later in the year. But my tomatoes are doing wonderful, and we've already had some. It's really nice. You can hear the air conditioner from the medical center behind us going full tilt. I wish it didn't, but it does. Look over here at my currant bush. I'm going to go online. I'm going to look up a recipe for currant jelly. I told myself this year I'm going to do it. I hope so. I sure hope so. I keep saying I'm going to do it. More of the beautiful larkspur. And those yellow violas have not quit, and the coleus are really growing beautifully in the little flower box. The feverfew is starting to fade. It'll go to seed. After it goes to seed, I'll spread the seeds around and cut them back a little bit so they'll bloom again. See this lovely trumpet vine? I really had to prune it this week. It just was getting everywhere. And of course, up here, you'll see this later in the fall, but that'll all be white flowers. It's a sweet autumn clematis, and I've really had to cut it a lot. It just wants to take over the whole yard. Huh. Take a walk this way. I want to show you my my papaya that I grew from a seed. It's pretty amazing. I'll probably never get a papaya from it, but it just looks wonderful. There's still some poppies. You know, the garden is something that has transitions, and things don't always bloom all the time, which is fine. Different things bloom at different times, and sometimes the garden is sort of quiet, and sometimes it changes. And right now, it's in a change mode. Of course, I have daylilies still growing. I have several different kinds, and these daylilies are blooming now, but they'll be followed by some other ones. I still have some beautiful lilies. This is an old-fashioned garden phlox. It's a lovely lavender color. It'll bloom later. The flower box up here has taken a whole nother personality, and I can't believe that the pansies, the yellow and purple ones, are still going strong. Wow. And the other plants are filling in. I still have some lilies blooming over here. And I trimmed back the rose bush, trimmed off the old stuff, and I have new stuff coming up already. There's a lovely little lily that just started blooming down there. Some echinacea, a lovely trumpet lily that I just think is terrific. And there's poppies here and there. I always let them grow. A rose. This rose was blooming like crazy. Now it's sort of like in transition again. I got new roses, new buds all over. This just opened today. It's really nice. Wow. And let's see if I can get down here. This is a wonderful trumpet lily, but for some reason they face down. And but at night they have the most incredible fragrance. I've got one here, and as you can see, one there looking down at the ground. And I have staked them up, but I guess they look down. Let's look at the side here. See if you can get a little bit of it. Okay. This is a really interesting little daylily. It's very tiny, and it's called raspberry. And it's sort of almost done. It's had several blooms at the same time. It's not a prolific bloomer, but it's actually very nice. Well, I think that's about it for the backyard. I do have some cherries this year, and I've been eating them. They're nothing spectacular, but I've had this cherry tree for a long time, and this is the first year it's ever produced any cherries. And I've been eating them. There's not enough to make a pie or any jelly or anything, but there are finally something. So there you go. Let's take a look over here before I go at my neighbor's beautiful roses. And have a lovely day. Thanks for taking a walk with me.